James O'Keefe is the guy who leads Project Veritas. Now, this is a group that does hatchet jobs done it on Acorn, Planned Parenthood, and the list goes on and on. They've been investigated by the authorities. They deceptively edit tapes, and usually the mainstream media goes along. They've gotten a little wiser about it these days. In fact, in some other portions of this tape, O'Keefe actually brags about, we got the media to give us hundreds of millions of dollars in free media, because they put it out there and the media goes, I'm going to call it even. I don't know. There's a tape and I'm going to do giant headlines about it. Am I going to verify the tape is real first? No, then I would be a journalist. No, I'm just going to run it. I'm just going to run it. Who cares? And then later, when there's evidence that shows that it was deceptively edited, even including Republican attorney generals and prosecutors in Texas say that the guys who edited the tape against Planned Parenthood, these same guys, should be held to account. Yeah, I'm going to run it as a small little thing. But the big headlines are all going to be about, oh my God, Planned Parenthood, Acorn, and all these things. So this is what they do. And they purposely manipulate the press and brag about it. So there's been some folks who now turn the tables on them, and they are secretly taping Project Veritas gatherings. And there was a story in the Undercurrent recently about an event where they tried to offer money to progressives to cause violence during the inauguration. You can go back and watch our videos on that, and that was amazing, and they caught them on tape, basically trying to goad people to start riots. Unbelievable. Was there giant headlines in the press about that, by the way? Isn't it amazing how the mainstream media plays right into their hands? So when they do it, it's all over the press. When somebody catches them trying to instigate violence during the inauguration and blame it on liberals, a couple of headlines here or there. Where's cable news nonstop talking about it? Okay, so one of the guys who did that was, caught him on tape earlier, was Ryan Clayton. And he went to another gathering that they had in New York where they were all talking in their club. Apparently it's called Friends of Abe, this gathering. And he got the mic. You're going to see the video in a second. And started doing a roast of O'Keefe and then was physically attacked. He was choked, kicked in the head, thrown down a flight of wooden stairs. I'll show you all that in a sec. Another person who was a progressive activist there is Jason Carter. He was also beaten and kicked. And there's a third witness as well. So first, let me go to the quotes, then the pictures, then the video. So Ryan says, when he was grabbed by the neck, I felt a pop, 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 and then there was nothing left to pop. There was a moment I thought, oh God, this is how I die. Last night was the most terrifying night of my life. Carter, who was in the crowd, was identified as a liberal infiltrator and was attacked. Clayton said that he was dragged through the bar. The crowd cheered his assailants, and O'Keefe called out his name. Now, unfortunately, I'll show the pictures in a second of what Ryan looks like now, but police made no arrests, and a spokesman said the injured men were not assaulted at the location of the O'Keefe party. Well, the pictures and video shows otherwise. The spokesman said the police were called to settle a harassment complaint, not for an assault. Well, how about throwing him down the stairs? Sergeant Lee Jones says, we have no information on somebody being thrown down the stairs. That would be assault. Great. Well, we've got information for you in a second, so I'm looking forward to Sergeant Jones investigating that. And by the way, I suspect that he will. He's a sergeant in that jurisdiction. No reason why he wouldn't. One more quote from Ryan. He said, I feel like I stood face to face with fascism last night in a bar in Manhattan. The brown shirts are here. All right, let me show you pictures of Ryan Clayton after he was hospitalized that night. There he is with a neck brace. Apparently his injuries to his back were even worse than his neck. And there he is being thrown down the stairs and his head stomped on. There he is being dragged out. This is apparently not an assault. According to the O'Keefe organizers of this event, they say this is not an assault. If this is not an assault, I gotta ask, what the hell is it? So now we have the video. This is exclusive to TYT Today. And I'm gonna show you here in the beginning, since Ryan Clayton has taken the mic, you can't see what's happening. And some of those pictures of him being dragged away are taken by someone else's video camera because they had multiple video cameras at the event, giving Project Veritas a taste of their own medicine. But you will see the stairs happening at the end, and you will hear all the audio of what's happening. And Clayton starts with a song, if you will, that's roasting O'Keefe. In the beginning, they don't realize he's doing it, and then they quickly catch on, and then the assault begins. Let's watch.
Thank you so much for having me. I'd love to take your questions. Any questions you may have?
I got a quick one here. Any fans of Broadway in the house? Oh, sorry about that. Fans of Broadway? Anybody? All right. Got a song for James. It's a little bit of a roast. Hope that's okay. James O'Keefe, he's a known liar. It's no secret. Benefits that he takes deceptively. All the girls know about the rape part and the allegations sexually. You can't take my property. You can't take my property.
You can't take mine.
You can't take my property. And you're all on video. Please give me my property back. Please. That's assault. That's what your name is. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. And you're on video. I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted. I'm being choked. That is assault, and you are on camera. You can't take my property. Listen, you're invited. I'll leave. I'll leave. I'll leave. Please, get off of me. Come on. Get off of me. Get off of me. Let me out of here.
I think his name is Ryan Clayton from the Undercurrent video. I'm really Ryan Clayton.
To detain me unlawfully. Unlawfully.
Fuck up, buddy.
Unlawfully.
Guys, clear the stairs. Get out of here.
That's the same one. Here's another one. There's another one.
Dude, you're dragging him down the stairs. You know that, right? Whoa, whoa.
You're on
Look at his
video.
face, man.
You're on video. Come here. Come here. I'm not coming. I'm trying to help you out. Don't kick. Don't kick.
All right. Thanks, guys.
So you saw it with your own eyes there. So I know what some will say, oh, but that wasn't his group and he was infiltrating a group. That's exactly what Project Veritas does. But he was taping them secretly. That's exactly what Project Veritas does. And second of all, there is no editing deceptively. You just saw the video yourselves. That didn't take long. It was about 2 minutes. And in the beginning, you couldn't even see it because his camera was covered. So we'll see if there are other angles on it. We're perfectly happy to share all angles of the event with you. And if you say, yeah, but he's disruptive. No, that's not what you do. What you do is you call security and you escort him out. That's happened in all gatherings of any political affiliation. What you don't do is grab him by the neck, drag him around, throw him down the stairs, and then near the end, after you realize, oh, I'm on camera because he said I'm on camera, well, let me take my foot off of his head and then just let him go for the rest of the stairs. That is obviously assault. How much of this are we going to countenance? How much are we going to allow before we realize that this is not a good idea? That when you don't apply the law evenly and fairly, you wind up promoting anarchy and chaos. So, New York Police Department, please check out the pictures in the video. See the people who committed the assault. They didn't ask you to come in. They didn't ask you to handle the situation like they should have done, or security at the facility. They took it upon themselves to choke him, beat him, and you see what happened there at the stairs. So I hope the New York police take action on this. If they don't, what's to stop them from doing this to anybody at any time? Get the full 2-hour show ad-free. Become a member, tytnetwork.com/join.